Weight loss injections are not a quick fix. That's the warning from experts today who are worried too many people are buying the drug privately when they shouldn't be taking it at all.
Yes, mum of three, Jodi Jones, says she was left in excruciating pain, had to be hospitalised after buying what she thought were legitimate weight loss jabs for just £20. And she joins us alongside the president of the British Obesity Society, Jane Deville-Almond, who's worried about people using weight loss jabs as a quick fix. So, firstly, let's talk to you, Jodi, because you're 37, you are not obese, clearly, and you had an instinct that you wanted to lose weight, but presumably, because you look a very healthy weight, you weren't actually eligible for the drug through NHS.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So what was your motivation then, and where did you go to get what you thought were weight loss jabs?
I've gained a fair bit of weight due to being on a pregabalin, which is a nerve pain drug. And unfortunately, that's one of the biggest side effects is the weight gain. So I've gained this weight, which causes more pain for me. Right. So I really wanted to do something. I physically can't go to the gym. I tried swimming, tried gentle walking. The more I do, the more I'm in pain. So I'd heard about this weight loss jab through a friend and got in contact with a lady about it, really, to go from there. And I thought, why not give it a go? It sounds really good. Everyone's losing weight on it.
So you thought it was semaglutide, the ingredient in Wegovy and Ozempic, which are the brand names, of course, that everyone probably is familiar with. You thought that. Do you know what was in the injections that you bought? Unfortunately
not. They were preloaded insulin pens. Well, I'd say pens, they're more like syringes. So I have no idea what was in them. The doctors don't know. I'm hoping to get them tested. And then you used the first one or two. Did you then feel a loss of appetite and start to lose weight? Yeah, after the first injection, I took it on a Thursday, I'd actually lost half a stone in that week. I just felt full all the time. My stomach just felt very full. I couldn't eat. I'd have a few bites of my food and I'd be full, I'd be done. I was struggling to keep up my fluids because I was just so full. I just felt overdone. And then the second injection a week later is what made me very poorly. Pretty much 5-6 hours after taking it. What happened? I continued to vomit all night. I just couldn't keep anything down, not even a sip of water. It continued through the Friday day. My children had to look after me, my older two. I started vomiting blood. I was in and out of consciousness. I was a bit delirious. I wasn't making much sense, according to my children. My daughter called the ambulance early hours of the Saturday morning. How old's your daughter? 18. Right. And they came out and took me straight to the hospital, where I was given fluids, anti-sickness drugs, stomach acid, settlers. I was in such a mess.
Gosh. Jane, tell us about the British Obesity Society. You're the president. What does the British Obesity Society seek to achieve? What's your purpose? And what is your attitude to these weight loss drugs?
Well, we've actually we've joined ranks with MyFitnessPal because these drugs are not a quick fix. They're absolutely brilliant for people who have massive amounts of weight to lose, who are being seen by a GP or a proper consultant dealing in obesity. But they're not really a quick fix. They're a short-term enhancer to get people on the road to losing weight. But the reality is, unless you track your food, unless you know what you're eating, it's never going to work.
But the British Obesity Society, part of your purpose is to reduce obesity, to understand and reduce it. And the doctors who prescribe through the National Health Service or as professionals these drugs, they do so because they say it is proven to reduce obesity.
It is, but they're only licensed for 2 years anyway. And once people come off the drug, then it's very difficult for them to maintain that because, as you've already said, what it does is the GLP-1s, they enhance satiety. So you have a small amount of food and then you feel full. So it's absolutely imperative that you still eat correctly because if you don't, you obviously end up sick. And the reason why we think people should track food is because you need to make sure that you have protein, you make sure you have fibre, you need to make sure you have enough nutrients in your body to not be sick.
But you're not against them being prescribed for
Not
people.
at all, absolutely.
But in Jodi's case, should Jodi have been taking them?
The danger with Jodi, you'll probably know this, you know, do not buy these drugs off the internet. Please go and see a medical professional and get prescribed these drugs. And you need to do it alongside an eating plan. And
But Jodi wouldn't have been prescribed them by the NHS?
No, she wouldn't have been prescribed them. I looked last night and you can buy them online. Do not buy them online. Do not buy these drugs online. How would anyone... you know, you have no idea what you're injecting yourself with. The companies manufacture proper preloaded syringes with the name on the front. And, you know, if it hasn't got that, if you haven't been prescribed it by a GP...
Yeah. The manufacturer, Novo Nordisk, says we advise patients to work with their prescriber and particularly physician for an individual customised plan of next steps, including maintaining a reduced calorie diet, increased physical activity when deciding to stop the weekly injections. The trouble is, Jodi, you don't know what was in the one that you bought. And you have a message, don't you, which is...
Do it properly. Go to your GP and get it done properly. Make sure, you know, you are filling out health questionnaires, you are having a good discussion about what you are doing and how it's going to work. Yeah. Don't buy off anybody, you don't know what you're getting.
But I think the GP would have said no to you, wouldn't they? They would have not prescribed it.
The GP referred me to a dietitian, but I found out later on that I wouldn't have got it. My BMI is under 30. I wouldn't have been obese to be able to have that injection. So... you know, in the hindsight now, I do know what I should have looked for. I should have done my research, which is what I'm urging people to do.
But in hindsight, you wouldn't have taken the drug you took?
No. No.
Jodi, Jane, thank you both very much
Thank you.
indeed, and all the very best.
Really,
Thank you.
really important information for people to understand.